Today we're breaking down the 10 best kettlebell exercises that you can do to build muscle after 40. If you're like me, I was a bodybuilder back in my earlier days. And as I was getting older, I was looking for a new way to actually build practical muscle. You know, the one muscle that not only looks good, but can also perform good. And this is when I stumbled over the kettlebell. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the 10 best kettlebell exercises to build crazy mass, especially if you're after 40. We refer to these exercises as the Big 10. We do them with all of our clients from all over the world in different variations throughout the whole year. They give you so massive benefits and powerful gains that you need to incorporate them into your daily routine. Because if you're not, let me tell you, you are missing out. And if you are in that age group and you want to become strong, fit, and lean without going to the gym twice as fast, then download my free ebook in the first link in the description. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe Stark here. Let's waste no time and jump right into these powerful exercises that'll give you kettlebell muscle, aka giveaway muscle. The first exercise is the deadlift. You want to place the kettlebell between your feet, bend at your hips, and keep your back straight. Grab the kettlebell handle firmly and drive through the heels to stand up, squeezing your glutes at the top. What we always say with this kind of exercise is you want to imagine you squash fruit below your feet as you reach the top position. This exercise targets your posterior chain, mainly your hamstrings, glutes, and lower back, making it a fantastic strength builder for your legs and hips, and also packs on some serious muscle. The next exercise is the row. Start by leaning forward slightly with your back straight, similar like in a deadlift. You want to pull the kettlebell toward your hip while keeping your elbow close to your body. And this is a powerful exercise for your big back muscle, specifically your lats and traps. But it also works your biceps. You're gonna feel this one after just a few reps. And the one variant that I always like to do is the hang variation, similar to the deadlift. I don't want the kettlebell to touch the ground. I want to keep tension as I'm moving through the reps. The next exercise is the goblet squat. You want to hold the kettlebell at chest level and squat down by sitting back into your heels. When we do the goblet squat, we always use 3 powerful cues, and that is chest up, knees out, and hips back. The goblet squat is a leg burner. You're targeting your quads, glutes, and core with this movement, and it's also great for improving mobility in your hips and ankles. I would also say that the goblet squat is one of the best kettlebell exercises that you can do for your back. As you keep the chest up and the kettlebell is trying to pull you down, your core has to do lots of work to keep you straight. Onto the lunge. You can step forward or backward. We prefer the reverse lunge, holding the kettlebell by your side or in a sandwich grip. You want to keep your upper body straight and engage your core for stability, and you want to take a big step back. And as you reach the floor, don't bend the rear knee, but think about pushing your hips towards the floor, that you feel that stretch in the hip flexors. Lunges are excellent for strengthening your legs, focusing on your quads, glutes, hamstrings, all these powerful muscles that are attached to the hips, while also improving balance and coordination. The press is next, the staple exercise of kettlebell training. You start with the kettlebell in the rack position and then you press it overhead. Simple. And you always want to follow a straight line, keeping the core tight and making sure your body stays stable. This move will strengthen your shoulders, triceps, and upper chest while also activating your core to keep you steady throughout the movement. And just in case if you're wondering what kind of kettlebell I'm using, it's the Pro Kettlebell by my friend Nikolai Puchlov, proudly made in the USA. Check the link in the description to get your Pro Kettlebell right now. And don't forget to use our code LEBESTARK to get 10% off your next purchase. Let's jump into the hand-to-hand swing with the next exercise, the first one of the ballistics, which is unique to kettlebell training. You want to use your hips to drive the momentum, not your arms. And at the top of the swing, you want to switch hands and keep the flow going. And similar to the deadlift, you want to squash fruit below your feet as the kettlebell passes your knees. This powerful movement works your hamstrings, glutes, and core and builds coordination as you switch hands midair. There's also a pendulum version, which is a little bit more complex to learn, but it's a powerful exercise that you can use to use your legs to the max. Up next is the clean. You want to start by swinging the kettlebell up and guide it to your shoulder, or what we call the rack position. Keep the movement smooth and close to your body. The clean hits your entire body. Your legs, core, and upper body are all engaged, especially your shoulders and your traps, but also your hips. Now we have the snatch, the big brother of the clean. A powerhouse move. Swing the kettlebell with one arm and bring it overhead in a single explosive motion. We're going to finish with a straight arm and a top fixation. This is a full body exercise exercise that targets your legs, back, shoulders, core, and even science states that this exercise engages every muscle group in your body. From the rack position, dip your legs slightly, then use your lower body to push the kettlebell overhead, and then jump into a second dip. That's the jerk. The jerk uses your legs, shoulders, and triceps, and it's one of the best muscle builders, period. Because this exercise allows us to move heavier weights, and heavier weights equal more volume, and more volume equal more gains. Finally, we have the windmill. The top version is to hold the kettlebell overhead, then bend slowly to the side, lowering your other hand as well as your torso toward the floor while keeping the kettlebell arm straight. An easier version is grabbing the kettlebell with the hand that's reaching towards the floor. We call this the low windmill. This exercise hits your obliques, shoulders, and hamstrings while improving your flexibility and core stability. And as a bonus, carries. Walk with kettlebells in different positions by your side, at your shoulders, overhead, 1 kettlebell, 2 kettlebells. Carries are a fantastic way to build core strength, grip strength, stability, and balance. This exercise works your entire body. Plus, it is a low-skill exercise that doesn't take a lot to learn. So there you have it. These are the 10 best kettlebell exercises to build muscle after 40 at home. You don't even have to go to the gym. The only thing that you need is a kettlebell. These moves hit all the major muscle groups, giving you an incredible full body workout with just one tool. And if you really want to take it to the next level, 2 bells overhead. Grab 2 kettlebells. Almost all of the exercises on this list can be done with doubles. But I have to warn you, this is tough territory, but there's a lot of gains waiting for you ahead. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean and press that like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's also interested in kettlebells. And if you made it this far, download my free ebook in the first link in the description called the Kettlebell Code. If you're over 40, 50, or 60, you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to take care of your fitness, this is where the kettlebell comes in. And I want to help you to get started. This is a powerful tool, and it's simple in its approach, but you have to understand how to use it. And I'm going to show you how with that free ebook. So download it right now in the first link in the description.